What is going on, folks? I am Goat. Welcome back to Warframe Tutorials. We're going to talk about spy missions. Now, this is one of those that there's going to be a lot of people to give you a lot of information, whole bunch of different shit. I'm going to go over the builds for 3 specific frames that will absolutely knock out spy missions on the Steel Path out just off the fucking off the scales, okay? Now, there are quite a few frames. You can do a spy mission with any frame in this fucking game as long as it's survivable enough for you to stand at a console and hack the goddamn thing. But invisibility frames are typically your best. Invisibility or something that can call its own support. Your 3, in my personal opinion, in my experience, your 3 best frames are going to be either Loki, Wukong, or Varuna. Yeah, Varuna. I know that's one you don't hear very often. So we're going to look at the let's look at the Wukong build first. Now, what makes Wukong really fucking good for this particular use is his Celestial Twin to basically back you up while you're doing the ciphers, which is good, and then Cloudwalker. Now, Cloudwalker allows you to absolutely zoom around the fucking maps, all over the place around the fucking maps. Now, there is one spy mission in particular I will tell you 100% takes one specific frame. You can do it with any frame, but you gotta be goddamn careful doing it, which is Limbo and the Lua spy. And yes, I'm going to do that in this video. But under normal circumstances, basically every single spy in this game, except for, well, the Uranus spy and the Lua spy, because the Uranus spy is Arcwing, invisibility, Arcwing. So yeah, I guess invisibility really does kind of work. But an invis frame is a little better than Wukong on the Uranus spy, to where Limbo is just the fucking OP king for the Lua spy, which is one of his only popular uses, or best uses in my opinion. So Wukong is one of those. He's got 3 immortal abilities. You have 3 spy towers. Hopefully you don't blow through all those, plus his Celestial Twin. If you have him built properly, he's exceptionally fucking good for this. And all you have to do is this, just pure fucking duration. You don't need a ton of health, or is whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want to. Specifically, I use Swift Momentum because I let the Celestial Twin use the weapons, and then I either use like the Natteruk or the Bubonico, and then the Tenant Cycron or something else that is battery operated, Tenant Plink, something like that. Because when they run out of ammo, they'll just swap to the other weapon that's unlimited ammo. It's a good time. And then I use a melee, hence Swift Momentum, so I'll use like the Serata or the Glaive or the Zorus or something like that. But this particular build, it's 3 Forma, Excellus Adapter. You start out with max fucking energy, and you zip through basically every map. And there's only 2 traps that you can set off with Wukong. Trap number 1 is at the Grenier maps, where there are the 2 converging beams that come together. Those beams can hit any fucking thing. They can hit Wukong, they can hit an invis frame, doesn't fucking matter. But you can turn those beams off if you want to take the time, or you can just time it and cipher the fucking thing. If you're in a sortie, you'll want to turn them off. Just because there's a very short period of time, so unless you're extremely fast with ciphers, which I am about a 4-second cipher person, 4 to 6 seconds, then yeah, it's a bad time. You end up setting shit off, and Aximus shows up, and all sorts of bad things happen. But this is hands down the fastest build that you can take into a spy mission. The weapons really don't fucking matter because you're not worried about killing anything, okay? There's no need to show this because, I mean, Wukong is what he is. He just flies through traps, and that's a good time. So, build number 2, one that sounds crazy. I specifically have a spy build that I recently started screwing around with. Bear with, Varuna always has a delay. This particular build is absolutely dumb. Basically, the same amount of duration that the Wukong build has, which is great. A little bit of nourish, so you can just brew your own fucking energy. You don't have to worry about Arcane Energize, none of that bullshit. Nourish over Ulfrin's Descent because you're not worried about killing again. And then basically you use everything about her her parkour and her first ability, which gives you a 44.94 second invisibility duration. And just like Wukong, goes like just bazingas his ass through everything. Now, Wukong will sneak through a couple of extra traps that Varuna will not, because Varuna acts much more like Loki or Ash. But the frames that you have available are like Loki, Wukong, Varuna, Ash, Avara. A bunch of people will tell you Avara. The problem is Avara is very paced. So unless you're playing off of something like Arcane Consequence and like a shotgun shooting people in the fucking head, and getting, you know, getting headshot kills. So like, let's say the Kuva Heck for like that Archon killer build that I showed a little while back, you basically all fire somebody in the fucking head and you get like, I think it's like 12 or 18 seconds of extra parkour, and that extra parkour is how she moves anyway, that to not break her invisibility. So you've got that, but in my personal opinion, Ivara is definitely not one of the best spy frames. She's a good spy frame, but she's definitely not the best. This, on the other hand, is I really want to fucking go fast, and by the way, we're adding parkour here. We're adding more slide and less friction here, so the ability range actually has nothing to do with why Cunning Drift is on here. But Firewalker is to just proc a few enemies, but really it's more for the parkour. You will zoom your ass through a mission through this, almost as fast as Wukong. So this is a really good option. You can go with a little bit more higher investment in regards to Archon shards, though, because this is literally just a Crimson and a, you know, for a touch more energy, and then ability strength, which doesn't even apply to this. It's actually for her Ulfrin's Descent build, which I'll get into in another video of updated shit. And then you got Loki. Now, a lot of people complain about Loki. I talked about it in the tier list about Loki needing a rework. In this particular case, as far as shards go, yeah, it seems kind of high investment, right? So we got duration, parkour velocity, infested mobility, parkour velocity. Loki's already a fast frame. Parkour, right? The Archon Spy is a slight change, but this is my normal setup. The Arcane Nullifier, the only reason it's on here is so that way if you accidentally walk through, like, let's say one of the Grenier doors that has the magnetic proc that can hit you, you won't get hit by it. Now this build, I will show you. This is a very, very simple, easy to do little setup, and hopefully we come across that little spy tower that I was just talking about. It doesn't matter what level you pick on this, by the way. You can do the Kuva Spy, the Loki will do this. And I'm not saying that Loki is the best. I still say either Wukong or Varuna are probably going to be your better bets as far as speed. But
deserve your respect. Honor them.
I mean,
quick deaths.
With infested mobility and a parkour shard, and the ability to actually parkour worth a shit, unlike what I'm showing at the moment, Loki is definitely no fucking slouch in movement. I will say that. Or a plague or what? See, and I'm like running into fucking everything out there.
You're nearing the console.
Yeah, get out of here.
Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Stay focused.
So you can just cipher. If you really want to use ciphers, you can.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's
Or, you know, like if you don't want to use ciphers and you actually normally hack panels, that's great.
Rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
I mean, is he the perfect fucking frame? No, because he is vulnerable. If you get hit by like somebody chucking a grenade. Yeah, see this one. So there is the sneaky way to get in here. Okay. And then you go down in the room. Okay. And you see those beams. See that little horizontal beam that's moving right there. So if you don't like those beams, okay, then you can come down here and take your sweet time. This does make this take longer. But to completely avoid this particular problem, see, it sounds like a life support dropping. And I missed my jump. Yeah, you notice I just bumped right into a drone. No problems. And now you come over here. See, like, I don't have to do this. I could just go right into there and just fucking time this motherfucker out and cipher it and all that crap. But there's no need. Like, there's an Xmas in here. We don't even care because those beams are gone. And there's auto breach right there.
Extraction with no alarms.
And as you guys saw, this is Steel Path. This isn't like I'm just, you know, coming in base star chart and just trying to act like I'm flexing or some shit. You don't have to kill anything. That's kind of the whole point with these, you know, power move type invisibility frames, is that you don't actually have to kill a goddamn thing. If you're trying to spawn an acolyte, then sure, just make sure you got good weapons. And I just fell fucking mad because I'm an idiot.
console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Oh, yeah. Now see this one. This is where Wukong can pass right through that.
Stay focused.
He literally
There's a
can.
heavy unit
So
approaching.
you can go through there. Okay. Yeah, this is the one where you either go through there and just set the fucking alarm off, or you can come through here. Just have to watch for the little beams. You know, again, I mean, it's no big deal. Just kind of speed walk, takes a little bit of practice. And just don't touch the yellow beams. Not that big of a deal. And then you come down here to your stairs and you're right here. The Cypher, or the little security drone can't see you. So that's the long way to go about it. Or you just jump through the fucking hole, set the alarms off, and then just Cypher the shit.
Data extracted.
Get through it real quick.
They won't even
You can
know
do it
it's
either way
gone.
you want.
We have everything we came for.
I'm sure there's probably
Get to
another sneak-ass
extraction.
way to get through there, but I just never really gave a shit much. Actually glad we got to see both those, though. Ah, see, I'm horrible at fucking parkour, so this is perfect to show that how fast this fucking asshole can be with just infested mobility over
As
radial
you
disarm
conquer the foe,
and in a shit ton of
so
duration in
you
a parkour
conquer
shard.
yourself.
I mean, it fucking works. Now, as far as the Limbo Lewis Spy, that one takes about 7 to 8 minutes, and this was me screwing around, taking my time going through there. If you do all the shortcuts, these are usually about 2.5 to 3 minutes max. Even with Loki, they're about 2.5, almost 2 to 2.5 with Wukong or Varuna, if you're good at parkour with Varuna, I should say. They're about 4 minutes if you take your sweet fucking time. Now with Limbo, okay, there's a very specific setup for Limbo. And it has nothing to do with his fucking abilities, so don't trip on that, except for the fact of duration. Duration. Lots of duration. This is what a normal Limbo build would look like anyway, but the one thing that you want is silence, because you don't want Eximus casting abilities at you. That's it. It's very simple. You want a shit ton of duration, and you want silence to last as long as humanly possible. In this particular case, 83.4 seconds, so you're going to get to fuck around pretty good. As far as the Lewis Spy goes, and again, we're going to do this on the Steel Path, it doesn't fucking matter. So the Lewis Spy. What is that, Copernicus? Oh. Always for Pavlov? Yeah, there we go. Pavlov. People complain up a fucking storm, and I used to be one of them, about this particular spy mission. This spy mission is annoying, because it's a time-traveling puzzle.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Now, you can change the Exilis mod and just stick preparation in there and form it as you wish. Just so you don't have to sit here and drop a goddamn bougie pad and do your thing. And yes, Limbo will generate more energy while he's in his rift, but this just helps kind of speed the process up a little bit and drop a little bougie pad and get on about your business.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy
So yeah,
would rather destroy
Pavlov
their
is
data than let it get into our
basically,
hands.
it's just like I said, it's just like time traveling through little portals, and it's a puzzle to boot. A and B will basically always be the same. It will be one of these two. So you go through your little portal, hit your little thing. Now you do have to shoot it to activate the portal again. Here's the hiccup. Go back into the blown up part of the moon. There will sometimes be a drone right over here somewhere in this area, okay? It could be flying around. That's the only thing that'll see Limbo in these missions, is a normal security drone. All these security beams ain't seeing shit. Says, watch the path that I'm taking, rewatch if needs be later. Really doesn't fucking matter. I just jumped in the wrong fucking spot, didn't I? Yes, I did. What's up there? Where did I get myself goofed? I got myself... Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so you come through the hole. There it is, right up here. Because I'm dumb. I've done this thing so many fucking times, and you would just think that I've never done it before.
won't work.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're in the rift or not. So as soon as you come through the rift where enemies will be attacking you again, hit silence, and on about your merry.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
And especially if you're running Zeneric as your focus school, not Void Strike, the passive for Zeneric. Everybody always sees me
Trigger the alarms now, and they will start
do
destroying
ciphers.
data.
See, look. The Lua security cannot pick you up. Only the the little security drones can. So. I can only tell you, don't touch the floor. And then here, you can kind of go about this in your own little way, but just like Halls of Ascension, as soon as you touch this little pad, this little door down here is going to open up, and it's cold proc. It's an ice floor there. So if you use your operator, even though the operator is affected by cold, you'll get through it quicker.
Data extracted. They won't even know
I don't
it's
know why the
gone.
hell I just did that.
This console has been severely damaged.
I know
You
it's
can't
been
fit anything
severely
out of it
damaged.
in
Oh,
this
that's...
state.
Hold on, where's the broken window? There it is. Okay, off to the great blue yonder of the sea terminal. The sea terminal is always a pain in the ass because it is the multi-portal round of death. This one's like, the sea terminal is the one where you like gotta shoot this and do that and go through this portal at this time and watch out for this portal because this one, the cake is a lie, and do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and it's just everything that's not cool in life.
This console has
You
been
start out by
severely
shooting
damaged.
said target,
You can't get anything out of it in this state.
and you open the door and you go through the portal. Now we shoot a chandelier. Well, okay, we do a cipher,
The target
and then we go
console
shoot
is
a
nearby.
chandelier.
If you trigger the
Specifically
alarms now,
this one.
the enemy will start destroying data.
Knock it through the floor. Yeah, and just always go into the rift, into the passive. Now, the white veins here, the little void veins here, is basically your path. So you come through here, hit your little portal thing, or your little drop thing. You're gonna come through here, and then this is your way to go. Right up here. Bingo bongo. See, and again, it's just like it's leading you home. And here's where you gotta be careful with Limbo, okay? Because your next job is to blow up that canister. But if you do that with Limbo, you're gonna die. You do it with your operator, go into void mode, fire, you don't die. But it reactivates the portal, and you can leave. Go into his rift at this point, please. So this room is where the cake is a lie, because you see a little portal. It's like, right there. Don't use it, okay? It's saying, hey, use me. No, don't. Because you have to come over here and blow up a canister. And see, none of these things are hurting Limbo. He's not setting anything off. Here's the one you want. Way the hell back here. And the whole reason being is because you want that. Welcome to the land of cold procs. Now, what's going to happen is this little guy right here is going to come over here because you have a loot container floating and you have an explosive container floating. You're trying to trigger that explosive container to activate. So, you cipher. You shoot that, you bitch. Let's try this again. Actually, you have to stand in a very specific spot. Bitch. You can't be in the cold. You fucking hoe. No, the whole reasoning behind that is because you want that. Sorry, I'm over here playing noob on this motherfucker. And then now we're over here to this guy. Oh, Auto Breach happy with this.
They won't even know it's
Okay, so go through portal, hit silence, pop into the rift with the passive, and then go to extraction. This is what makes Limbo absolutely OP for this shit, because nobody can shoot you. And as long as you have silence on there, the Xmas can't cast anything at you. And the amount of duration that's in this build, the only thing that stops the duration is when you go through the temporal portals. Because it shuts off all your abilities that you had active. So you being in the rift gets turned off. I mean, this is simple. It's pretty simple stuff. Takes time. Even me goofing, 8 minutes, 9 seconds.
You strike to win. The lesson
It's on the steel path. Okay? This is stupid casual. Just get the missions done. Have a nice day. Those would be my recommended frames, though. Either Varuna, Wukong, Loki, and then for the Pavlov spy on Lua, this motherfucker. And then whatever invis frame of your choice in regards to the Uranus spy. Aside from that, folks, thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?